So I got a new toy today. I got one of these Keurig things in a box here. I got this for free, I can't remember where. And it also came with this little purple contraption here, this little apparatus there. And I'm going to try and put this all together and see if I can learn how to use this. I've never really used a Keurig before, but I figured I'd make a video about how to do that for those of you that have never had one before and don't know how to use one. From what I understand here, this little guy here, if I can open this up here. Let me see if I can open this guy up here, take this thing out. So yeah, here we go, got this guy here. This guy here is this little strainer cup. So what this is if you have one of these Keurigs, you can put your coffee grounds in here and whatever, and then you put this in the Keurig and the hot water comes through here and goes through your coffee grounds so that you can make your own coffee, so you don't need those expensive K-cups. Those K-cups are pretty expensive, but somebody made an adapter for the Keurigs to where you can put your own cheaper coffee grounds by the bag in one of these things and use this instead. And you just kind of pour the coffee grounds in here. What I will do with this is I will actually use this as a bit of a strainer, so the water goes through here and straight into the cup, and then I'll put my little tea bag in the cup if I want like tea, and you put the tea bag in there and put this in there. So I'm going to try and open up this Keurig as best I can and see what we've got, see what we're working with. So far we'll start off with this guy, and this is a Perfect Pod Cafe Fill Deluxe, whatever the heck this thing is. And you can see on the instructions on the back how to use it and everything like that too. That's pretty cool. So now for the fun part, unboxing this thing. Let's see. It looks like I can just grab these two ends of this and pull this out some. Come on, you. Put the box over there. What's this here? What do we got here? Propaganda. Oh, hey. Coupons on stuff. Oh, and an instruction booklet with coupons on it, huh? Interesting, okay. So, now let's unbox this bad boy here. This is the machine itself here. Looks like it just comes in that cardboard like that. As I'm dropping everything over here. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. I'm kind of on a small little table, so space is kind of limited, but this is the overall machine here. So now we're going to take a better look at this machine here. So your cup would go down in here. That's where you put your cup. And then this top part is what opens, and then your little K-cup things will go right in here. For example, if you had those K-cups, let's say this is a K-cup, you just slip this in there. And I guess it just sits down in there a certain way, and then you close the lid and push this thing down. I suppose these things go a certain way. There we go. See how it pressed down in there? There you go. Close that and go like this. And then once you turn the power on, this lights up green, and then you press this button here. Now this is where you fill it with water here. So let me see if I can open this guy up here somewhere. Yeah. The weird thing about this particular Keurig is that this water tank here is fixed into the machine, so it doesn't come off. On some of the other Keurigs, this actually pops off so you can go and fill it. This one you can only have so much. It's mostly a one-time thing. It's the mini Keurig, so it's only going to have a one-time use thing where you can just fill it up once and then use it for the one time. So I'll probably take whatever cup I'm drinking from, fill it up, stick the cup down here at the bottom, and then it'll cycle everything through. But this is where you would pour your water, close this, and I'll go over that in a different demo video. So it comes with the plug that they have tied up back here in the back. This is where your plug goes back here. And this is the plug that they have here for it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I see. So it kind of goes back in there, but you can probably wrap it up in here somehow or something like that. I like this. It seems like it's portable. Like you can almost just about take this anywhere. I may actually take this to my works. It's a small mini little Keurig thing. But here in a little bit, I'll probably do a demo and probably make something to drink out of this here in a bit. First time using a Keurig, so it's kind of exciting. So there really isn't a whole lot of cord on this thing. As you can see, it's only about yay long, and I've already pulled it out this far, but it's not a very long cord, so it's going to have to be like on a kitchen top or countertop. Or, I mean, if it's on a tabletop like this, it probably won't reach all the way down the floor. So I think this is made more for a desktop countertop type situation. Like for here in my room, I'd have to have a pretty close outlet, I think, close by. But otherwise, this thing is pretty cool. Not bad for a mini thing. Like I said, it's not as big and as bulky as some of the others. It's a smaller one. Another interesting thing about this Keurig, I bet a lot of people don't know, is so this is where you keep your cups, and a lot of moisture and stuff drips in there. Well, you can actually empty out all the water that accumulates by pulling this tray out, and you can clean this out and kind of take this apart and clean it and everything if you need to do that. I was kind of hoping that, oh, hang on, let me put this back together here. See, this comes out and that comes off, and you can take that all apart. Or I think you can probably even put a slightly bigger cup in here. You can put a slightly bigger cup in there, but this is the little drain that catches everything that your cup sits on. And then this little compartment comes out so you can clean all that, which is kind of cool. Okay. Let's see if I can set this camera down and get a better angle of everything here. So yeah, that little part there comes out. I was hoping to use my big giant cup. I have this big giant Yeti cup that they gave me from work to keep things hot and cold in. It's pretty cool. I actually like it. They put my little number for my race car, put my name on it. It has this coating on it, this protective coating. It keeps my hands from burning if I have something hot. It keeps it a good grip so it doesn't slip out of my hands. And it's a textured paint that they have on there. It's a new thing. I didn't know they did. But this texture is actually very grippy and very good. And of course it comes with the little lid and stuff. Now, Yeti does make a smaller coffee mug type thing that I might get, which is like smaller than this, that'll fit in here. And I'll probably end up getting myself one of those. They're only like $20 online. I'll probably do a demo and find something on that, because these cups are amazing. This thing keeps stuff cold. I drank some tea the other day in it. I made some in the bigger Keurig that my parents have, which it didn't fit in the bigger Keurig either. It's a little bit too tall. But I ended up taking the liquid and just going to the sink and pouring it into here to keep the tea warmer so I could drink it. Which wasn't too bad, actually. But yeah, I'm going to try and plug this in and check it out and see what works, and I'll probably do a demo video later on how to run this thing. So I found my little cup thing for my Keurig. As you can see here, it's one of those little mini Yeti steel cups. It's like a little mug, got a little steel base. And I actually got the knockoff Yeti one. They had it on sale at H-E-B. It's going to do the same thing. But it's got the steel liner inside, and then what I like is, of course, it has this lid that goes on it so you can keep all your stuff airtight and whatnot. So it's got a little closable lid, fit a straw in there. This could work. What I like is it actually fits in the base of the Yeti. So all I gotta do, it fits in the base of my Keurig, not my Yeti. My cup fits in the base of my Keurig right here, so I can fill it up. It's kind of cool. I just take it out, put my lid on, and drink my hot drinks like this. This is pretty cool. And it's a little itty bitty mini Keurig. It's actually pretty transportable. I can take it just about anywhere I go. This is actually pretty cool. I'm actually going to give this a test here in a minute. Probably here in a minute I'll fill this thing up and probably drink some hot tea or something. So first things first, I'm going to put the water inside the Keurig here. I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. See how much water I need. That should probably do. You can pour about that much in there. Close the lid. And the next thing you know, next thing we're gonna do is put my little thingamajiggy in here. So there's a certain way this little guy goes. I always forget which way it is. But there's a certain way this thing goes. There it goes. There's a certain way that thing goes to sit flat in there, and then you just kind of close it up. And then when I'm ready to use it, I'll just turn this button on, wait for it to charge, and then when this thing turns green, I'll hit the button. But I'm not going to use it just yet, but I'm just going to get it ready because I'm going to make something here in a minute. Okay, so it looks like it is showtime here. What did I do with it? I must have thrown it away, dang it. So I got my little H-E-B tea bag here. Got my little H-E-B cinnamon tea bag here. I'm just going to put the tea bag in there now. As you might have noticed before, I've got my little strainer here loaded. Now it's empty. You know, you can pop the top on the strainer like this. You could pop the top on the strainer like this to pour your own coffee grounds in there, or your own tea grounds, or your own grounds, or whatever, but I actually don't have any. I'm going to actually use a tea bag, so what I'll do is I'll leave this empty and just let it strain through here like this. So let me put this back in here if I can remember how this goes. Okay. Slide the cup under here with the tea bag in it. Just like that. Close the lid. Bring this down. And you can see that light's blinking right there. And I think once that light turns green, it's good to go. So we'll go ahead and wait for that light to turn. I believe it should turn green anyways. Either that or it's already ready to go. Let me see what happens. I'll press the button right here. Oh, there it goes. It's doing its thing. That buzzing sound means it's doing its thing. So it's heating the water and sorting everything. I did use bottled water right now since we're under that boil thing or whatever. Since we're supposed to boil all of our water, I went ahead and just poured a bottled water in there because I didn't have to boil any water, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of using the Keurig if I boil water and then pour it in the Keurig. So I just used bottled water for this instance. One thing you do want to think about, though, when you have these Keurigs, now that I think about that, is you want to remember that these Keurigs don't like regular tap water. So if you get it straight out of the faucet, because of the I guess the minerals or the nutrients or whatever the hell it is that they put in our tap water, that stuff will actually gum up the filters in there and make the filters all dirty, and you'll have to clean this thing out more. So you want to use filtered water or bottled water when you use a Keurig to avoid the water spouts from plugging up and getting, calcium or whatever it is that gets built up in there that clogs them up. Apparently bottled water and filtered water is the way to go to use these. So, just going to hang out, wait for a few minutes, and see what this thing does. It's my first time using it, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, it looks like it's actually starting to pour. There it goes. It is pouring. Hooray, look at that. Nice warm water goodness. I'm pretty sure with this small reservoir, it's gonna take up everything that I have in there. It's a one and done type thing. Let me see where it's at here. Yeah, I think it can kind of. Well, I can see from here. It's probably not a good view from here, but I can see from here that all the water is pretty much gone out of the tank there, and it looks like it quit pouring. Lights are all off. So let's open this up, see how much water I've got left. Nope, it took everything that I had in there. So it's pretty much a one and done type thing. You fill this whole thing up, and then you pour it in there, and you go from there. But I got a pretty good amount of tea in here. Not quite a full mug. I mean, it'll fill up like a regular size, like small 8-ounce mug. Not quite this big, gigantic mug, but there it is. So I'm going to enjoy this tea here in a minute, and that, my friends, is what a Keurig is all about. I have one. It's pretty cool. I like it. I recommend getting one. Especially with that little strainer thing, so you can, like I said, so you can put your own coffee grounds, and so you can just let water pour straight through for hot water for drinks like this. This thing's pretty small, so I might just take it to my office and keep it at my desk, and if I don't, I'll just have it here in the room. It's a small little tabletop, little countertop unit, though, so. But I think it'll work. I'm excited. So there you go. Stuff so easy Ferg can do using a Keurig machine for hot tea and coffee.